Hello everyone, my name is Thilawat Bunsang. I'm the representative from the RAI inventory application. Today I would like to present about application and unleashing the power of seamless inventory management for students and staff. Let's get started. So why we create the RAI inventory application? We would like to simplify the borrowing and returning process of the RI staff and students, and allowing them to access the application without the need to open a new browser. The previous RI KMITLE borrow system has an unattractive user interface, or we can call it UI, making it not user-friendly and quite difficult to use. Third, we want to make the management system of RI staff more easier and more efficient. Fourth, we would like to we would like the application to enhance the accountability by tracking the movement and usage of inventory items. Lastly, we aim to focus and we would like to design an application so that it takes the consideration of the future growth and involving needs of AI in the near future. Because in the future maybe there's some change or some stuff that need to be add more. Our application are capable with that. This is to show the previous AI KMITLE borrow system. You can see it has a not user friendly UI at all, and it's quite difficult to use. For me, when I access to this system for the first time, I'm quite not sure which button I need to place and which part that is not placeable. So I quite click randomly, which is time consuming. And somehow I want to check if the stuff that I borrow it is meet the due date or not. I'm not sure which button that I should click it to check it. So this system is quite hard to use, and the UI look quite old, look not modernized at all. How is the RI inventory different from others? There's no free throughout the service life. It offers flexibility for future upgrades and refinements. It's user-friendly and accessible to all users. It's fast and secure. The accessible It needs to be accessible via both web browser and mobile application. Let's deeply look into detail of each part. Um, Firstly, it's have no fee throughout the service life. Before we decided to create this application, we did a survey and did a research to see the inventory management in the market, and we found that a lot of them come up with the price that you need to pay first before you can use it, or you can download it, but it have a free trial for 3 or maybe 7 days. After that, it forces you to input your credit card, which is not easy to use at all. But unlike our application, unlike our system, our service have no charge and no fee throughout the entire lifespan. You can use it for free for next. It need to be user friendly and can accessible for our user. As you can see here, the comparison between the O1, the old system and our RAI inventory, we can see the UI is more friendly, more easy to use, and can understand since the first time you see it. This is a big step that changed the old unfairly system to the new user-friendly system. Next, we compare our application with the application in the market, and we found that our application is better than many applications in the market right now. Firstly, you no need to pay money for it, and you can see our UI is more user friendly than many applications and can be understand more clearly. You can see on the right hand side, you can click to select the date and time, which is really difficult if you use the application. If you buy an application in the market and you need to use the UI with the old UI like that. Next is offer flexibility for future upgrades and refinements. Since our application are based on the guides, the administrators can afford to add new data, customize icons, menu, and so on. Also, they can seamlessly integrate all of those functionalized within the guide ecosystem. So our application are based on guides. You can add a new icon, add new menu, insert, delete, add more new data inside the database. We will talk about it later about the database in the guide. Next is fast and secure. We use the guide database because we want the application to ensure the swift and seamless upgrade of the new data and information. Before we select the guide database, we did an experiment to use with the database from the Google Sheet, and we found that guide database is a lot faster than the Google Sheet, which we want the best for our application, so we select to use the guide database. For the secure part, is enhanced by guide, ensuring robust security with encrypted HTTP protocol. The old inventory system in II that we have shown to you is not that secure, but this our application is far more secure than that. This managing equipment in a database is made it easier by simply click on the item to identify whether it is available for borrowing or not. You can see on the picture. Moreover, the application allows the managing the stock equipment with inside the guide system inside the guide database. You can see we talk about it. This is about for the staff to manage the system. It's accessible via both web browser and mobile application. Sometimes you may not available to turn on your mobile phone. You can click in the link on your laptop and the same system will appear on your laptop because our application are based on web-based application. So you can switch between web browser and mobile application without no problems at all. All of the system is the same. Or somehow you may feel easier to use the mobile application, you can use our application. The capabilities of the II inventory application. Actually, there are more capabilities than this, but we try to list the key one, the main one that we would like to present it to you. Here is the key capabilities and features of the application. There's list of inventory, category information, order tracking, borrow form, and the information about the admin and staff. Let's get started with the list of inventory. This providing a list of items along with essential information, including item image, names, categories, types, models, stock available. Also, if that stuff, if that stock is displayed equal to 0, it means that that stuff are not available right now. Maybe they are under maintenance, or maybe some student borrow it, so it's out of stock already. It will show that sorry, this item is not available. It's not in the stock yet. So user cannot click to borrow it. And if the user found that, oh, this stuff is available for borrow, they can click the borrow now icon, and then they can inform their information to borrow it. Next is the categories information. This providing information and detail of each category. You can see there are four main categories which we simplify to these four. There are components, robots, tools, and computers. You can see there information of each category. I will give an example to you, like the robots. You can see the robot come up with different shapes, and that information. Also, there are list of items which inside that categories. So in the robots category, there are mechanism wheel mobile robot, three-ply robot, and aluminum gripper robot arm. These three things are based on robots categories, as same as others. Order tracking. Uh, the application tracks the borrowing of each item in the RAI inventory. Uh, the orders feature consists of three steps, which is pending, accepted, and processing, allowing for the staff to easier to management and monitoring. Additionally, details of each information is provided for each borrowing and returning transaction. As you can see, there are pending, accepting, and processing on the pictures. You can see there. And we give example pack borrow a soldering kit. So they shows the date they borrow, the date return, and there are another information. And borrow form. Before the student borrow each item, they need to fulfill all of the required information inside the borrow form. In this way, the staff will easier to track each item. The borrow form provides a user-friendly interface. Users are required to provide their personal information, including borrow and return dates and times in the borrow form. All of this essential information is necessary for efficient tracking of borrowed items. Also, we provide a user-friendly UI for you to click on the calendar and the clock, so you can you can select the date that you borrow and later date more easily. This is quite important because we found some problem that some of the stuff is like gone and we cannot track it. In some way, we don't know who borrowed it, or in some way, we don't know who took it without a permission. So these are required the one who borrowed it or the one who pick it up out to fulfill all the required information, and you can track it if that stuff is like gone or maybe there's something bad about it. Last one, and admin and staff information. Um, in the real case, before you borrow the staff from the room inside the room, you need to contact an admin first so they can open a room for you to get that stuff. It's a security, but sometimes staff are not available, so we input the information to contact the staff, or sometimes you may have some problems, or you can contact also the admin. Here's admin and staff information. The UI components utilized in the RAI inventory application. There are icons, button navigation, search field, card, button, forms, text field, drop-down menu, date and time pickers. Let's get started with icon and button navigation. For the button navigation, This is the main menu of our application, so user can easily switch between each menus. The button navigation enable user to easily navigate to different menus. And each button have an icons. Actually, there are more icon than this, but this are 4 icon that we would like to present it to you. Icon inside the button navigation. The icon in each menu symbolize the specific task, and you can see by using the visual representation, which is an image, and you can recognize it more easily. So you can switch between each menus uh, seamlessly without like thinking. Next is the search field and guard. For the search field, sometimes you may want to find some stuff that you cannot find it. The search field make it easier, so you can just type it for the keyword, and that stuff will appear. And guard, we use the guard UI to organize each item so it look more friendly and look more organized. Button and form. Button is our main UI, so you can click it and you can jump between page uh, to another page or to move back to the previous page. And in this case, if you click the borrow now button, it will jump to the form, which admin can get all of information of the one who borrow it. If they did not uh, input the information correctly, so they cannot borrow that items. We use form so admins can get all of the information, all of the essential information. Text field and drop down menu. Text field. In the text fields, allow user to fill in the text by type in the information. And for the drop down menu, if you click the drop down menu, it will provide list of stuff that user can select to borrow. So user no need to type it, or they can type it in the search box section, as you can see. The date and time picker. We decided to use calendar and analog clock since the UI is easy to understand and users are familiar with it and can understand it very easy since the first time they see it. The UI explanation and the reason behind our app's design. So before this, I explain how of each UI function and the reason why we use that UI. So in this section, I will explain in detail about how each UI going to be affect to another page. There are 4 main menus, which is list of inventory, categories, orders, and contacts. For the list of inventory, if you click at the search box here, if you click at the search box, you will jump to the page which have the information of that items, uh, or you can type it in the search box or click it in the cart list. After that, after you select it, there will be a borrow item. However, in this case, the mechanism wheel mobile robots are not available, so there will be a button for borrow. You can see sorry, this item is not in stock yet. And categories. In the categories, there are description of each categories, description of each stuff, and button to borrow. As you can see here, this button that you can click to insert information to borrow. If you click, for example, click to the robot card, the page will jump to the robot uh, description and provide the list of item that in the robot section. If in this example, if you click 3-pie robot, then you will jump to the page that provide the information of the 3-pie robot. which include categories, type, model, and the available item inside the stock. Third, the order parts. This is one of the important parts since the admin can track and approve the form that student send it. So admin can see that should they allow that student to uh, use that item or not. There are other trackings that I previously explained to you: pending, accepted, and proceeding here. And for example, if you click to maybe Acer laptop here, for example, you can see in this case, Piladol Leung Gao will borrow the Acer laptop. There will be return date and borrow date information. This is very important information you can see. And another important information about um, borrowing this item. Last one, the contacts. In case that student cannot uh, find admin, they can contact admin or maybe staff. If you click the admin, they will jump to the admin page. If you click the staff, so they will jump to the staff page. And here's all of our presentation. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so today our group gonna present about the inventory app that is made for our factories that RAI. So the name of the app is called RAI Inventory. Okay, let's open the app first. Okay, so this is our app look like in the first page. First page is visual like the inventory, all inventory available and not available in this page. So you can see the type, the name of that component, and the stock that available or not. If not, it will show 0. Is available, it will show the current value. Like for this, it will show for the mechanism mobile robot. The stock is 0. For the filament ABS, it will show stock 21. So this is our app look like. You can see that it has many inventory. First, it will show welcome, and you can search in any type, in any tag like the robot type or the tool, or you can search the directly name like filament. That okay. So if you select some, you can see the ID, the name, and the type of that component. Like for the example, mechanism mobile robot is the type of education mobile robot. Its model mechanism. Quality available is stock 0, but if the stock is 0, it will show sorry, this item is not in stock yet. But if have in the stock, it will show the borrow now button, and if we click, it will show the borrow form. To fill the form to borrow that component, for example, I want to borrow some filament ABS. Yes, it will choose for me. But if I don't want this item, I can choose another also, like the soldering kit. Yes, but now I want to borrow filament ABS, so I will type the name and the email. Also the student ID. Quality, I just want the one. Borrow date now, but different stamp, maybe here. Yeah, it's just for example. Later date, maybe this one. Note I want to use for projects and submit. Now it already borrowed. Next I want to, now the item that I borrow, it will show in the order page. Here the pending mean the this item is not already to borrow, but it needs to approved by the admin of the factory first. If pending is mean not yet to how you say process or discuss on this item yet, but if we gonna we process now, or we think that if this component is should borrow or not, it will show in this process. For example, mechanism, the robot, yeah, it will show the type, the name, who borrow, the student ID, email, return date, borrow date, note, status is processing, and item image. But if it's accept, you can borrow it. It will show this status. It will accept. Also, this page you can search like the pending. You can see how to say process. Keyboard. Yeah, you can see the keyboard or as a laptop. Yes, something like that. And this is a third page, but for the second page it's similar to the list of inventory, but we will have the category for each item. So for example, the robot, it will show that only the robot. This page it will describe what robot is mean and show just the item only robot. This page it is the same page as the list of inventory. When we click in that items, it will same borrow from. Also, you can do as I do before. Yes, but it will show the story. This item not in stock yet. If that item had not stock yet or is equal to 0, stop. This is robots. This component. It will show this kind of what component it is. Also to it will describe to, and also it will describe computers. Okay, the last page, it will, if you have any problem, you can contact us. Like for the admin, it's PMU. You can click and see the detailed number, the name, and the email address. Also the picture of that person. And it is our staff. You can also contact us if you have any problem. Okay, so this is all functions of this app. Thank you.